Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Don't be confused by the title screen here. This is a horror game, or at least I'm told. So I'm not a weeb, just playing some anime game just for shits and giggles. Even though I am a weeb and do like a good anime. So we'll play as my name, so let's get it started. Hey, who's talking to me? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This is definitely... I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. That girl is Sayori? Sayori? I'm gonna get killed for mispronouncing this stuff. My neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha. Is she laughing or is she like panting? I don't know. I overslept again. Oh, she's frustrated. She wasn't laughing. My bad. But I caught you just in time. Maybe, but only because I just said to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, sir, Andrew. Yeah, I'm just a bully. I bully people for a living. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Yes, you're welcome, Sayori. I waited for you. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. I can be mean. Whatever you say, Sayori. Oh, there she laughs. Hee hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Sir Andrew, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. And that's not true. Can I join the pimp club? I'm a pimp. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I heard there was a pimp university down in Milwaukee. It's about 5 hours from here. Or so I'm told. Pimp you. I'm sorry, it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This game's getting a little too specific on my lifestyle right now. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Wow, this is getting way too personal. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I feel like this game's attacking me. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Back off. I don't associate myself with females. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Yeah, I'll make you happy, don't worry. It's just the color of her hair to eyes just doesn't give me the right vibes. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Why is there so much talking? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Can I play? Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess I see her worrying so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh, let's go, finally. Something different. School days is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Excuse me. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Scary. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest just after the one who proposed the club, she was inherited the title Vice Presidente. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway, Sayori? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Natsuki. I think they're pronouncing that right. Hee. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Why'd the music cut out? This is not okay. What's going on? Oh, I accidentally clicked something else. I got scared for a second. Does that say... Man, I'm retarded, I swear. Dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. It's not a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I mean, you look like a boy yourself. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Sir Andrew, what a nice surprise. Oh, she seems fairly nice. Why is up with everybody in long hair? Like, in anime, it's either really long or it's really short. There's no in between. Welcome to the club. Yeah, I'm kind of shy. All words escape me in this situation. That is... Why are her eyes like that? Just... Why? They would have been better. You could match like the other two. Been cooler. Green. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Trying to find where the cute girls are at. What are you looking at? If you want something, say it. That's a boy. Who's calling this girl cute? Who's giving them that much confidence in themselves? Somebody should bully her. Sorry. Natsuki. So you're Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her while when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in the mirror, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Oh, shut up. Yuri, who appears comparable Comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. It's really not, though. And it sounds like you already know... Is that Monica? Is that the most English-sounding name here? Is that right? I bet I butchered that, too. That's right. It's great to see you again, Sir Andrew. Maybe I should have named myself like fucking like Ichigo Kurosaki. Or freaking Deku. That would have been better. Really fit along with these people. We know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular in the girls' class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. With those small arms, bro. Athleticism, my ass. Basically completely out of my league. Anime girls are out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. I bet he's got a boner. Pervert. Come sit down, Sir Andrew. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Hold on, I gotta make sure this is recording. How long are we at right now? 13 minutes. Oh, okay, we're back. Come sit down, Sir Andrew. We made room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Your girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? There's a lot of monologue here, man. I don't think that's the right term there, but there's just a lot of talking. Ta-da! Probably a good 3 years late, but it's whatever. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Heh. Well, you know. She's got a snaggle tooth. Look at that. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. So Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. It's round. Just eat it. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Probably with her own... Never mind. This is really good. It's really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard... I heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. Oh, we already pimping. That's my club right now. We're pimping. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Haha. She likes me. She wants it. I'm pimping. But not for, you know, you dummy. Haha. She's flirting. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. Sure he does. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't like reading. I'm illiterate. Hey, I'll be 19 in December. You know what that means.
What's up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
Alright, so now we're a little fast forward. It's now Sunday, so I think it's been like 4 days. So basically what happened was we made a few poems, that's about it. And then there's this festival evidently on Monday that we're setting up for, so, and then I had to choose who to help. So between Natsuki and Yuri, so I chose Yuri, and so Yuri's coming over today. Oh, and Sayori's upset with me, and we kind of had a little moment, but that's all that's happened so far. Pretty boring. Yeah, you don't have to watch that. I got you. Alright, it's already Sunday. Oh, missed that. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. Gosh, I'm so stupid. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me. Also, I'm very confused on where my person like stands. Like earlier it seemed like he was super flirty with Sayori, and then he's like, oh, we're just friends. I'm like, so I don't know. Super weird. Anyway, I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I don't like that it's dark. I know this game's supposed to be like a thriller, so... Or like... So like... I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Oh, here we go. This is a better environment. Hi, Sir Andrew. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell her that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decoration that she's had for years now. Hee hee. If you can come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. Simp. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural to her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. Simp. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Sir Andrew. Heh. I know it's been a while since when I'm playing this game. It's probably been a good 2 hours, but like, I just think it's funny that they call me Sir Andrew in the game. Like, if I would have known like to pick a name, I would have picked a better name. But whatever. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. Why does it have to be like it's always been? Why can't we just bang? Easy. Easy like Sunday morning. And your mom. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make this stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. See, there's 2 ways girls flirt. It's this way, like this. They're super like, poor me, or they're just mean to you. They're just mean to you. If they're like sarcastically mean to you, I mean, you can clearly tell the difference between like flirting mean and them just not liking you. Unless you're just stupid. Know the difference. Hee hee. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. Do it. Make a move. Be a playa. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Sir Andrew. But... butts are for babies. You're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Hee. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Sir Andrew? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a good reason to get out of bed. True. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste by having them spend it on me? Just perfectly described Gen Z in the last 2 sentences, man. Nice. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. Simp! All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Sir Andrew. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted effort caring for me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. Cap. Big cap right there. It's bittersweet than people trying to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ahaha! Yeah, say ahaha! That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. Oh, jealousy! So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Haha, you're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. You can count on me. That's what I'll do. No, Sir Andrew. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing I could have helped me is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart, hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and made you hurt too. My eyes are watering because I made that face. That's really annoying, actually. I'm crying tears. Gosh, can't make that face anymore. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. Yeah, look at my face. I'm fucking crying over here. These aren't real, okay? Shut up. I'm just weak and selfish. And that's all I am. I can't do that. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulder. Just give her a hug, dude. Let me grab you like this. I got you. Are you comfort? No. Yes. Much comfort. You feel better, yes? Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. Boner alert. Sir Andrew. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he expresses these feelings towards her, and then, like, just says they're friends. Like, we're just friends. Like, what? Mate, if I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sir Andrew. Sir isn't hugging me back. Big red flag. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this, Sir Andrew. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself as selfish, then you have it to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. And I'll get mad if you don't. Ooh, real heavy threat right there. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Sir Andrew. The only thing I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Oh, really bright again. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I love it when you call me Big Pop. Throw your hands in the air if you a true player. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. It's 12:30. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this says be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for YURI to meet me at my house. And at the very least, do you want to come along and help out? Yes. Triangle of love. Love triangle. It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if I would be very good for me today. You understand me, right? No, I don't. I don't understand you women. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Oh, I thought her arms looked really small for a second, but then it's just how I look. Unlike these arms. Oh, baby. I'll look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Maybe she just doesn't have common sense, you know? Some people don't. Like me. Just stupid. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a whole lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my bedroom. Different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. Something a psychopath would say. Oh yes, very beautiful, very crisp edges. What? Sounds like you're gonna kill somebody. The silver handle has an intricate, look it, getting smarter, man. Pronunciation. An intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. There is no ordinary pocket knife. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Psychopath. They're just so pretty. Something a murderer would say. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe... What am I saying? Kinky. Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ahaha. Ahaha. You're weird. Ahaha. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Ahaha. We back. But it's really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. No, you hand it to him like this. So you hand him like this. Not like this. No, you hand him with like this. Like you're gonna stab him. That's how you hand a knife. No, don't do that. It's just jokes. Don't kill me. Feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. No, you're supposed to do on your fingernail. That's how you tell if it's sharp, if it catches. Fairly easily, you don't have to apply a lot of pressure. Take it like this. Mine's not very sharp. See? You go like this. Mine's not catching at all, because it's not. See? You go across the nail. If it catches, then it's sharp. Sir Andrew, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. You do it on your fingernail. I barely touched it at all. Yeah, it's really sharp. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah, she stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Aha. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and... I mean, I do that with my own blood, but like... Is this bitch a vampire? Huh? Huh? She's just gonna... This is fucking whack, man. I feel her tongue curl around my... Ugh! You don't have to be descriptive. Jesus. Startlingly, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. That's a huge red flag right there, man. Big red flag. If somebody just instinctively grabs your hand and sucks the blood, like, better grab the silver bullet, because that bitch a vampire. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like this? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sure, it was a little weird. It took me by surprise. But I guess she was trying to help, right? No, that's a huge red flag, man. Unless she's your girlfriend, or... That's the only excuse. And you're comfortable with that, that's probably the only time that's gonna fly, man. And if that's your kink, blood. If blood's your kink, then consent, though. But any other situation? No. No, that's not okay. No. Can't convince me otherwise. Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. I would be overreacting. No, I'd be underreacting. This is an underreaction. Overreacting would be bopping her in the face. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this from the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a little stupid, but I'll do it anything. I take Yuri's hand and what's wrong with these people, man? That's the logical conclusion. Let me just shove her finger in my mouth. The fuck, dude? Sir Andrew, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Aha! Licks finger. Aha! I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so sweet, Sir Andrew. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri called me weird? Yeah, I'm the one who's weird. I ain't sucking blood off so no fingers, bro. Like it's fucking Titty Tuesday or something. Except with blood. Excuse me. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. You know how you stop bleeding? You bleed more. Bet you didn't know that. Is that called negative? I forget what it is. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, yes. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the negative feedback? There it is. Sorry that it came to me all of a sudden. Right? Negative feedback. So yeah, so when your body becomes out of homeostasis, which is basically just same, if you get cut, like on your hand or something like this guy did, your body will do negative feedback and will continuously put blood in that area, because blood also has, forget what it's called, but it's like a clogging material in it, and so, a clotting material, sorry. And basically, it will form clots, basically, with the blood. Well, it's got stuff in there that will clot. So that's how bleeding works. Negative feedback also happens during pregnancy. I'm just not going to go on that. Positive feedback is returning to homeostasis without going farther away. So negative feedback, you keep going farther away until you reach homeostasis again and it goes back. Positive, you're away from homeostasis, and positive brings it right back, whereas negative, you just keep going farther away from it. So if you're bleeding, you bleed more, and if you're still bleeding, you bleed more until it clots. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yes, I am. Shouldn't be talking about these things. I'm playing Doki Doki's Literature Club. Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri has asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Well, we'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. The 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water. It's okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate and catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? Come in to see Yuri, quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Guaranteed she's got scars. No way she doesn't have scars. Those scars, yes. That's why she's wearing a long sleeve. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Put money on it. Give me my money. Come on. No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors first sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. And we can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. The kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Yeah, if only I can be in elementary again. Life would be so much easier. Excuse me. Ah. Sorry, it feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way, too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand that she's coming from. I can feel the way about things like anime and games where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. That's fairly true. I mean, I'd kind of rather spend genuine time with one person than just be out in a group. It's just my preference. I mean, sometimes getting lost in the crowd's fun, because then you're not worried about other people's opinion. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry, Yuri reveals back. I quickly lift my hand. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It's just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There's a droplet of paint on Yuri's face and neck. I don't see any. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush down and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with the hot water. I return to her room and kneel back down in front of her. It's just weird. Here. I pat Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Something wrong. It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. Feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes in an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she lost in daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. My lips are chapped. That's what I know. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. Now you're just losing blood flow, bro. Suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. Lame, dude. Could've got some action. Once Yuri packed up, I walk her out to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring home tomorrow. Bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. Kinda say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we could do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can just go out somewhere. Oh, I forget you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Sir Andrew. Oh yeah, you know me. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of... Why'd the audio stop? I hate it when it does. It scares the shit out of me. God damn it, dude. Fuck. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Whew, come on, music, just play again. Hi, Sir Andrew. Sayori. Just now we weren't. Hey, it's okay, Sir Andrew. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Dang it, dude. Again. We missed the action. Again. Fuck. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Haha, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over here and see it for myself. I mean, we were about to do something, but you blew it. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Sure it does. And that was a lie. Well, that was a fucking lie. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Sir Andrew? I'm supposed to be happy for you because you like me. Obviously. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? Wow, I don't know. Maybe express your feelings. It's not that hard. Because guys are stupid. Okay? Women, listen. Guys are retarded. Just express your feelings. We're really that simple that we really don't understand your hints. Just better be straightforward with us. It hurts so much. Then you won't get played. Easy. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Sir Andrew. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said about before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Sir Andrew. I'm really scared. What are you scared for, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself, Sir Andrew. I like you so much that I want to die. That's one way to express love. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. I really bad wanted to click the second one though. But I feel like Sayori's like, to be honest, like probably the one I'm gonna go with. Cause I know you're like kind of supposed to like pick one. But like, I don't know. I don't really like Natsuki. Yuri's just weird. And Monika's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really know her. So like, I feel like this is the power move right here. I love you. Hey, those are my true feelings. Yes! Finally got some real feelings instead of being a freaking douchebag and just being a friend. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Sir Andrew. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Hey, that guy's a brunette like me. He's kind of skinny, though. Sir Andrew. Is this really okay? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her close. That's what I've realized, that, you know, like, it's really hard to understand if someone truly likes you. Like, I get why people are insecure about being with somebody else. Like, looking at them, you have no idea if this is really true or not. And that's like half of the relationship, is just having that trust, and you know, them reassuring that only makes that relationship better, at least to me. But I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let me go of me again. I love you, Sir Andrew. Ah, how cute. I want you to be with you forever. Me too. Feel Sayori grip around me, weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Sir Andrew. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. Or something else is going on. Foreshadow, foreshadow, foreshadow. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. I have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I briefly looked at like the game and like looked at like why it's scary, because I really didn't want a jump scare, and I maybe read just a little too much maybe, but like besides that, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, Sayori got the dump truck or no? Let me know in the comments. You think she's got the dump truck? I don't know. From the front you can usually tell, but you know, sometimes that's deceiving. So I mean, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? How cute. Hee. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we really are a couple. Look at that. It's official. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. How is a relationship, like, scary in the beginning? Like, all you're thinking about is, like, lovey-dovey gross shit. Ugh. Disgusting. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Sir Andrew. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this making you feel sad, Sayori? Excuse me. I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until the things are built back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Oh, dude, I should have saved right before I answered that question, and I could have done the other one as well. Poopy. Alright guys, so I may have forgot to record an ending to this because I was very tired and I just wanted to go to bed because this intro is stupid long. So sorry for the more boring video, but the next couple videos of this should be fairly interesting because I think we're nearing something interesting. So if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.